Hello there and welcome to Building Birdhouses Made Easy. Really easy. Seriously, if I can do it, you can do it. So first off, got a piece of 1x6, we're going to cut it to 24 inches. Then, I'm going to put that there, make another mark. So, cut the pieces of 1x6, 24 inches long. Now, everything I'm going to use is just like free scrap wood. If you go to your local lumber yard or timber yard, there's fall down. Fall down is when they buy like a pallet of cedar, 4-foot fencing. Some of that in there, it's going to be no good to sell to the customer. There's nothing they can do with it. They chuck it in a firewood bin, or if you go along, you can say like, hey, don't cut it up and chuck it in a firewood bin. I'll take it, like, you know, and there's a couple of beers or something like that. So that's where I got all my wood from. Just so you know, I don't buy nothing. Okay, 2 pieces. What I do now, measure up 16 inches on both sides, make a mark, find the middle at the top, draw a line, so you got like a, kind of like a steeple. It's going to be the front of the birdhouse. Then we're going to cut it off. Now, I wear ear protection when I'm using machinery like that. But don't be fooled, it's not to protect my ears, it's because I like listening to music when I'm working, you know. Okay, piece of 1x4. I'm going to cut this to 15 inches, and then cut another piece. So we have 2 pieces at 15 inches, 1x4. So if you look at this one piece, you can see it's got knots there. That's not straight, right? There's gaps there. Digs on this side. Doesn't matter. It's going to add to like the look of the birdhouse. You don't want a nice, new, perfect birdhouse, do you? You want something that's got some character. So using stuff like that, not a problem. What we're going to do, it's going to go like that. 15 inches just below 16, because when we put the roof on, if it was too high, it'd be sticking out. So that's what's going to happen. All right, to attach it, I use 1.5" finishing nails, galvanized. Just regular woodworker's glue. Don't need too much glue. Just line it up. Try and get the nail straight. That's it. 3 nails, bit of glue. That's going to go on that side. That's going to go on that side. Okay. there we go. First stage. At this point, check your fingers, they're all still there. Have a drink. Okay, next step. Now a piece of 1x6. This time we're going to cut it to 13 inches. Then we're going to double it up. So we want another piece. 13 inches. Okay, two pieces, 13 inches. Alright, we've got our two pieces of 1x6, 13 inches long. Measure up 7 inches. And then from 7 inches to the corner, draw a line. We're going to cut that because that's the angle we want. Right, 1x4, you want a piece that's 6.5 inches. So that's going to go there. 6.5 inches. One important thing to remember before you do any cuts, make sure the saw is plugged in. There we go. Okay, so that's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. Okay. Right, so that's what we got. What we're going to do, just going to put that on the side like that. Best way to attach it, well, the way I attach it anyway, get a piece of off-cut 1x4 that you've used, just kind of stick it like that, we glue it, stick it, and you put that one like that, and then hammer in the side, hammer in the side, and that becomes fixed, ain't going anywhere. So that's the next stage. A little bit of glue, X marks the spot, line it up, and that's how it's going to be. Okay, so the next bit is the roof. Now, you can either have the roof going like that. It doesn't matter, we can have moss over the top. So you can either have it like that, or you can have it kind of like that. So we're going to kind of have that. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be a little gap. Doesn't matter, there's going to be moss on top anyway. So we're going to cut a 45-degree with a chop saw. If your chop saw doesn't tilt, this is an old one. I'm sure your chop saw tilts. But that's the way we're going to do. So first of all, got to get myself a new blade. Anyway, there is our bevel, and just to make it a little bit neat, we'll do that. Then we're going to cut 10 inches. Okay, it's just going to go on one side, so it's going to be 10 inches we're going to cut. That's what we're left with. 10 inches bevel on the top. Okay, so we've got two pieces now. We've got the bevel one, 10 inches, and we've got the non-bevel one, 10.5 inches. Reason it's 10.5 inches, when it goes like that, see it's level? So if it's you cut it the same 10 inches, this one's going to be a bit longer, but that's about the same. So there you go. Still got the fingers. Bit more drink. Gonna have to change this playlist. We'll see what. I'll let you know. Okay, so the roof. I think to remember about building these kind of birdhouses, it's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be quirky. It's meant to be a little bit off. It's meant to be rusticy. It's meant to have some weird stuff on it. Where's the other one gone? Like, you know, we've got a key there. We've got a bent spoon there. Doorknob there. Bits of wood cut up there. And if you look up here, like, nothing's perfect. It's the kind of look we're looking for, right? Nothing fancy that's like precision, something that's kind of, you know, like home built, but like different, you know? Anyway, we're getting there. Time for the side piece of roof now. Got a bloody big knot in this bit. Okay, so there's the roof bit. This is cedar. This is spruce. This is cedar. Fall down cedar. 10.5 inches. Yeah, 10.5 inches. I've done that bevel cut as well. That's pretty close. So we just got to there we go. Stick that on there. But I'm going to knock off for lunch. I'll see you in 1 second. I'm back. Lunch was good. And the music I'm listening to is called The Beautiful Girls. It's an Aussie band formed back in like 2002. I lived in Aussie for a bit, so I kind of got an affinity to their music, you know. It's not bad. It's kind of like mellow-ish, Jack Johnson kind of vibe about it. Ash Grunwald sort of thing. Yeah, Beautiful Girls. Check it out. Anyway, let's get back to work. Taking shape. Okay, next step, got to figure out bird holes. Okay, so when it comes to the hole placement, it's up to you. This one, we got 3 on this design. This one is 12 inches from the bottom. That one down there is 2.5 inches from the bottom. That one is 6 inches from the bottom. So the center from the bottom. It's up to you. We're going to stick with the 3 hole for the one we're making. So, easiest way to cut a hole. I had to put a new lock on my door the other day. So, bought a 2-inch hole cutter. I don't know, it didn't cost much. So, pretty easy to do. Okay. 3 holes cut. Just got to give them a sandpaper to make them smooth. Next step, we're gonna paint it. So I don't use pure paint, I dilute it. So this is basically diluted by about, it's outdoor paint, diluted by about 50%. So 50% water, 50%. It gives this kind of wash to it, so you can still see the grain. So I'm going to do that next. Whatever color you want. I mean, you don't have to. You can leave it naked. You can like stain it. But we're going to do this this wash. So we do that first. Then we're going to add like the doors and the awnings. And with the hardware, like I go to like antique. Well, they're called antique stores. They're really jumble stores, like, you know, second-hand crap and that. But you can pick up a whole bunch of stuff for nothing. Like, basically, it's interesting looking around it. So I picked up a couple of these, a few of these old spoons. You know, this one's got St. Louis, Missouri on it. I've never been there, but someone has got a spoon from there. So yeah, like old spoons, knobs, old keys. You know, you can. This is the fun bit. If there's a fun bit to build a birdhouse, this is the fun bit. You can decide what you want. You know, what's quirky to you, what's going to be interesting to you. This is what we're going to do. But first of all, going to give it a lick of paint. You can see with the wash, right, it still shows some grain through. Like this is a stain from the wood originally. Nothing I've done, but you put some wash over it and it doesn't get rid of the stain, which is what I want. I want it to kind of look, you know, sort of like made out. I want it to look made out of crap wood, you know. It just, to me, it's more appealing. And these kind of birdhouses, you're probably not going to stick them up a tree. It's more like, you know, you stick it on your patio, in your flower garden or something. It's like more of a decoration than actual for birds to live in. But birds could live in it. You could stick it up a tree if you wanted to. Stick it up a tree! Yeah, why not? So you can see, you see the look I go for, right? So when that dries, which won't be long, you know, you can still see the grains, you see the imperfections. You know, it's starting to take shape, right? Leftover paint mixed 50% with water. There you go. Okay, so getting close to being dry, doesn't take long. We've got to think about the bottom. So whatever scrap you got, cedar, plywood, whatever you want. I just found this in the back. And look at the wane on there. To me, that's what I want. You know, so we get this, we put it kind of like that. Cut it's kind of like about there. And you have that on the front. I mean, to me, that's pretty cool. I like that. Faults? To me, the more imperfections in it, the quirkier it looks, the more personalized it is. I mean, you ain't gonna probably buy something like what you're gonna do. You've done it yourself. Much more satisfaction, right? For nothing. Okay, so that's what we do. We cut it off, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, probably about there. Pretty good. Or we could even do it sort of like that. So we can put something there. We've got some, yeah, maybe that's the way. We've got a flat area there, so maybe we cut it like that. Okay, that's the plan, Stan. Okay, so cut to shape. What we do now, we put it on the way we want it. So I got basically 3/4 inch at the back, about an inch either side, and more in front. So what I do now, just make a little line at the back behind it, and a little line in the front. So now you know where it's set to go. The next step, get your drill. We are going to make some holes. So where you got your line, just drill in a little bit, because this is like 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick, probably 3/4. So just on the inside of the lines. And just on the side of the line there. It's all guesswork, right? But you know, you do it just on the inside of the line. You know, when the screw comes up, it's going to be inside and you're not going to miss it. This one's about there. Oh. That's a little bit soft on that one. Have to be careful when we go through there. So, okay, next step, I want to make a door. So to have the door come at an angle, I've got to cut an angle on there. You want it kind of, you know, just kind of look at it. Ah, yeah, it's about right. It's about there. Yeah, something like that, probably. Rule 2, same as rule 1. Don't forget to plug it in. Yeah, still got my fingers. Time for a drink. Ah, lovely. Okay, so we've got the angle of the dangle. That's going to go like that. Looks pretty good. All right, so door. Everyone needs a key to the door. So I just drilled a little guide hole for the key. This is rotten wood, so it should go in pretty good. What do you think? I like it. So for the window awnings, I'm gonna cut another bevel on there, and got a crap piece of cedar that's got some stain on from, I don't know if it was me or someone else, I have no idea. I can't remember, but anyway, cut it on my, what appears to be getting a pretty blunt chop saw. I'm sure there's about a bunch of smoke coming out when I cut it at this angle, but whatever. Okay, so we've got the window coverings on. I'm probably going to paint them the same as that. I'll leave the door like that, like that. Got a spoon on, but I just found this in the drawer. This is from one of them so-called antique places, but it's a handmade now. I mean, this handmade now, I don't know, it's probably early 1900s, I think. I mean, it's not really worth too much, it's just a now, but it's kind of cool because if you can see number 35, so apparently when they forged it or whatever they done their own number for whatever the carpenter's number was, is what I'm told. So number 35. So I thought that'd be kind of cool, like, you know, we just put that in there, number 35. Anybody live in number 35? Can't say I did. I lived at 24, I lived at 12, I lived at 317. 317, that was the place. Yeah, I was in like, I was in my 20s, just before I backpacked to Australia. We had some good parties at 317. Anyway, all right, number 35 is on there. Next step, we want something down here. So what I've been doing lately is cutting pieces of wood. Just branches of trees, cutting them to whatever that is there, making them in a little wood pile. Yeah, that's my thing right now, making little wood piles. Right, got my little pieces of wood cut. What we do now is glue them. Running out of glue. Okay, so a line of glue along the bottom. And a couple there. Now a little bit of glue on the outside of this one. And then you just put bits of glue on these, stick on there. That's it. That's about it really, isn't it? Except for the moss. I don't have any moss on hand. We live on the edge of wilderness basically. I'm staring at the mountains now as we speak. But so usually when I go hiking with a dog, I bring some moss back and do it. So yeah, I hope you liked it. I mean, if you watch this far, chances are you're going to build one and maybe challenge your... Oh, here's my buddy. Hey, Mano. You want to go hiking? Hey, you want to go hiking? You want to go and get something? Want to get some moss? Yeah. So, if you want to make one, go for it. It's pretty easy. And like I say, you know, maybe if you've got somebody who's got some wood laying around that he's getting a hard time from his missus or something, that's like, get rid of that junk, which is what I always get. Build a birdhouse and, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can't go there? Yeah, build a birdhouse and I tell you what, stick it. Oh, there's a car there. If you build one, do a picture, stick it in the comments, stick your buddies in the comments, let people see it, see how many different types of birdhouses we can get from all over the world. But anyway, I really appreciate you taking the time. I've enjoyed doing this. I mean, I hope you've enjoyed and got something out of it. Good luck. Have a good one. See you around. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.